and welcome to Brothers Grappers episode 52. Joining me this week are two friends of the podcast. You have heard them many times, be it live or voiced live. First off, we have from the great town of Bolton, we have Bolton Joe. Good evening, Joe.
Good evening. Hello. I'm happy to be invited back on your lovely podcast.
Is this real Joe or is this just voice Joe?
This is actual, real Joe for a change. I'm more permanently an actual voice for once. I'm no longer being broadcasted in from parts unknown from some random
Soundboard.
cell, from random soundboard.
And also joining us, who hasn't been on the show for a few weeks now, so he should be fresh as a daisy. We have Myles Smith. Good evening,
All right,
Myles.
how are we doing?
We are doing fantastic, as always, because we are chatting wrestling. So before we get talking about the actual show, as a few of you listeners may know, we recorded a pre-show at Grand Central. I was going to say a couple hours before. It was a couple of hours, actually.
It was about... I'd say we
a good hour and a half.
We finished probably about 45 minutes before the doors opened. So
yeah.
Because
I was panicking, thinking we will not get anywhere close to the front of the queue. And turned out we could easily have done another half hour and still would have been fine.
Again, lesson learned, you never need to be that early for the queue for a wrestling show, unless it's something random. But
yes.
Yeah.
And for once, I actually beat Craig and Mike, who are normally outside these shows very early.
I know. Hi. We did quite well.
That was a rarity.
We did quite well.
We did. And we had one or two people tell me they listened to the show. God bless them. Mustn't have much to do with their lives if they're listening to us, but it was deeply appreciated.
Listening to the preview show after it happened.
Yes. Well, that's because, and I am going to go on my first rant, that is due to ID Mobile, who I have one word for him: shite. Do not work with them. Do not get any kind of sim deals with them. They are shit. And you can quote me on that.
That's the official position of the podcast.
Yeah.
ID Mobile, we're coming for you.
And in less than 10 days, I am getting out of that contract.
Excellent.
It should be November, but sod it, I am going early because I cannot stand them.
See, ID Mobile, you didn't allow us to upload the podcast, and now you're losing a valued customer. So that's what you get.
Well, we'll put it this way. I have where you're supposed to... This is my plan with my phone. I'll probably choose not to load now because of how it is. So my plan is effectively 500 gigabytes. I don't need that much, but it was a special offer.
Of course.
So if you don't use your gigabytes, it gets rolled on. I can never use my 500 gig half the time. And so my data currently stands at 970.4. And I should only be getting 500. So I am way in credit, but I cannot use the damn thing. It's like having a credit card that no one will take. It's like the old American Express joke of, do you take American Express? And everyone says no. It's kind of like that. But yes, indeed. That was my little rant about mobile phone plans.
Indeed.
If there are
any other, I was about to say, if there are any other mobile providers who would like to provide a special offer for the podcast, we will be willing to accept sponsorship deals.
Or if you want want us to review phones, you can very happily send anything this way.
I know we're very
Uh,
flexible as a podcast.
yeah,
We'll do whatever. If you want to give us money, we'll do
yeah.
whatever you want to do.
We,
So.
we we will not be offended by cash. Let me
Aye.
tell you that. We will happily take it. Or any other items you want to throw our way within
If
reason.
you want us to review more wrestling shows, we need more money to
Yes.
buy tickets. So we will take any sponsorship
Yeah.
anyone is willing to give us at this stage.
We are towards the Danhausen kind of we need human monies to do it.
Is that the record time from start of podcast to a Danhausen mention?
I haven't mentioned Danhausen for quite a while.
Okay, fair play.
I normally do the voice, but I am not doing the voice. I'm going to be a good boy and save
good.
it.
Good. Let's not do that and
yes.
let's maneuver on.
Let's move on. But yes, that pre-show we did seemed to go down very well. We had a fair few listeners. Shahan, that was stood outside the venue with all the different signs that he brought along to the show.
Shahan was boss.
Yeah, I had a good chat with him.
That's the first time I've seen Shahan. He's a cool guy.
Aye, absolutely. We're big fans of Shahan on this podcast.
Yeah, and if he is listening, which I know he will because he told me he was going to, I hope I got the name right this time. Though I am positive I said it correctly on the last podcast, but I sometimes my accent can make something sound like it isn't. Unless it's ID Mobile, then it is shit. So let me just...
Your accent works specifically for things you don't like and want to complain about.
Oh, yeah. I am a master complainer.
It is part of the character of the northern individual.
I mean, I'm northern. I've got to be grumpy.
Exactly.
But yes, we weren't there just to have drink. Wow. We kind of were.
That was part of it.
We were
also there for other reasons.
Yeah. I mean, Grand Central was unofficially our second home on Friday and Saturday.
Indeed.
Which, very nice hosts. Indeed. Not on a official capacity, because I don't think they know we were recording.
They were unaware of the podcast being recorded in their midst.
Yes, but we appreciated having that table, and you never know, we will probably do it again down the line.
Indeed, aye.
The main reason we were there was Guerrilla Manchester for Catch Pro Wrestling's Art New Riot. And this show is one I am looking forward to talking about because it is in my top 3 shows this year.
Oh, that's bold. That's very bold.
Yeah. 10 matches we had on the card and technically off the card.
We were 9 advertised, and we will get to it, but we did have an extra little secret match.
Yes. We had 2 pre-shows, which are part of the Catch Pro Zeitgeist tapings.
Monday Night Zeitgeist.
Yep. So we had 2 pre-show matches. So we might as well get into them. Match number 1 of the day was Najay taking on Gorgon. Yes. Who would like to come in on this?
I'll go with that at the start, as I feel like I can confirm at this stage that we are officially a decent contingent of the now newly found Gorgon section.
Yes. Hence why I have the picture behind me of the hoarded one.
Indeed. It was a strange one, I would say. I think he's been building for a while, the notion of like face Gorgon versus a kind of heel AJ. I do have this
tweener, we'll say.
I had this weird feeling at the time that we may have been overly harsh towards AJ in this scenario. But if you, especially afterwards, in
Yes.
a lot of his socials, it felt a bit like we may have been a bit harsh and overdone it. But I think he's somewhat turned that back around now, and it's like, okay, I can see what we're doing now.
Yeah. I thought this was a really good. To be fair, every match on this card I felt was really good.
Mm.
There was no bad match at all
Mm.
throughout the whole show.
Aye.
I'd probably range from good to really good, or maybe even excellent.
Mm.
But the opener, Gorgon and AJ, as you say, it was a very strange uh kind of crowd thing because Gorgon, who I think we can say is very much a rule breaker
Mm.
everywhere. So to have him coming out and having a small section cheering for Gorgon
Mm.
compared to Najee, who is kind of like the lovable rogue out of the two, and within 2 minutes, everyone is chanting "fuck you, Najee,"
Indeed.
and everyone loving Gorgon. It was a very weird experience to be. It was very much kind of the Marvel multiverse of have we gone
Mm.
in a different dimension where Najee is the the bad guy and Gorgon is the good guy. Very strange. The match itself, though, really good. Really enjoyed this.
Mm.
Uh, Ended with Najee hitting the Ghanaian driver um, to pick up the win. The crowd, I felt at the end of this, did not know whether to cheer Najee or not. But there was a split. It wasn't predominantly
It was
everyone
definitely
against
it was
Najee.
definitely a split situation because I feel it was one of those where I feel like casual observers coming in very much knew Gorman's a baddie in places,
Yes.
AJ's a goodie in other places. For us who have been following Catcher specifically, and the ways both guys have been portrayed or portrayed themselves in the ring and out the ring,
Mm.
it was very apparent where they were going. It's been a surprisingly subtle kind of transition between the two, I would say,
Mm.
a little bit.
But there's a few things that Catch do very, very well. And
Mm.
it's taking people that are either hated or loved and they can spin them the other way. And
Mm.
it works superbly. Um, Listeners to this podcast will know that when I saw this rivalry uh, prior, I felt it dragged on a bit and it it didn't help either. I thought there was a lot of kind of little loose ends that were never really kind of like tied up.
Mm.
Um, so when I saw they were putting these together, I thought, oh, this could this could send me down another
Mm.
um, asking for the white coats. However, whatever Catch have done,
Mm.
they have played an absolute blinder with these two. Uh, Real investment in this whole thing with Gorgon and AJ. I am
Mm.
a converter to Gorgon.
Aye.
Who would have believed that?
It's definitely been Gorgon's sort of turn has been the easiest of the two because it was very
Yes.
much a case of Gorgon came in, they had the angle on the was it the last one of the Zeitgeist tapings where he was kind of like the collateral between Skinner and Steen, and
Yes.
that kind of was what turned a lot of people around on him. While
Yeah.
AJ has been a very, very gradual thing where it's been a very subtle thing where it's like he has still been the boy, he's still been everyone's kind of favorite guy, but he's had moments in matches where he's taken a bit of some shortcuts and he's been a bit overly aggressive and he's given lip to commentators and various other bits like that. So there's been definitely a sort of a slow turn for him where it's been like this attitude he has is there, but when he's going in and then coming out of the ring, he's still everyone's favorite boy. So,
and I think what we also have to do on a couple of these matches is pick out the signs that were made for both of these men.
indeed.
By Shahan. One, we'll come to the what I think was the better one last. So we had one for Gorgon, which was Gianfranco Zola and Gorgon Zola, with a picture of basically Gorgon's head on a block of, well, Gorgonzola, which was all right. I can. There's not a whole lot you can go with Gorgon, in fairness. So he did well. But I think we have to give praise to NAJ Styles.
Oh, that was a classic. That was a classic. I think that is an all-timer.
I don't think I have seen NAJ so happy in my life.
And the split chance.
Aye.
Oh my god.
It helped quite a lot, I thought, as well.
AJ Styles.
Aye.
It was the look of NAJ just going, what have I done? What have I done to deserve the...
It was him when he'd done the attack and then he was putting up like the actual like little hand the AJ Styles hand signal like but I'm AJ Styles.
Because it was the thing.
He knew what he did. He was taking advantage of Gorgon's leg.
I said it at the time. It's what you do. You capitalize when the moment occurs.
He was taking a shortcut.
It wasn't
exactly.
a shortcut. It's what you do.
NAJ is not the kind of person who would take shortcuts like that. So to see him stoop to that level, it's disappointing.
It's an aggressive side to NAJ. That's all it is. But that said, I did love how everyone cheered for him. He tried to remember how to do the AJ Styles pose. And then while the crowd later on were chanting, fuck you, then tried to get them back on board doing the AJ Styles pose.
He was doing it as like a response to be like, but I'm AJ Styles.
But I'm AJ Styles. And then everyone...
I can do the hands.
And then everyone just went, oh, okay. Fuck you, NAJ. Which was quite good. Myles, what was your view on this one?
I thought it was it was a very serious match, but it had quite a lot of comedic elements in it, which I loved. I loved like the reversal, then Gorgon giving that big massive slap to NAJ, and NAJ's facial reactions in this match were just comedy. Every time he took a chop off Gorgon, you could see in his face that he was not enjoying it.
Yeah. I think it's when he gets chopped on the outside and he goes, I'm sorry. And then he gets chopped. And then gets chopped again. So, game one, as we're calling this. Time. So, how long did this match go? And we are playing. I'm trying to figure out what it's called. What's the show called? Yes. So we'll go Myles first.
7 minutes 45 seconds.
So Myles goes 7:45. Joe.
6 minutes 28.
Joe wins by default. The time was 7 minutes 45 seconds. Oh, sorry, 7 minutes 40 seconds.
Oh,
so Myles was out by 5 seconds.
I'll take it. I love a win by default. It's the best kind of win.
So Joe wins game 1. The second pre-show contest was the unofficial, not quite WCW versus the world, but it's Dynamite Lee Dawson taking on any Scouse wrestler, it feels, in Catch Pro Wrestling currently. As Dynamite Lee Dawson's opponent was none other than Tom McCall. Myles, I'll come to you first on this one.
It was a solid match. Nice to see McCall getting around to new places. Debut for Catch. Bit underwhelming with the entrance because the laptop got unplugged. So
a couple of times.
McCall's funky music hits off to start. Don't know what the song was, but it was just some like funky groove music, and then like the screen just cuts off, like mid-entrance, and it was just like, how have you done that? Like,
it wouldn't be Catch if there weren't technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Well, depending when this occurred, because Catch did tweet, I think, the day after or a couple of days after. Remember that time when someone pulled out the laptop cord to charge their phone? So we probably have an idea what happened. But the chant of jobber entrance to Tom was, I felt, quite harsh. But when you've got the whole being from Liverpool and coming to Manchester, yes, it's you're going to expect to get some kind of chant your way. But at least it was quite humorous.
It worked around it.
They did. They worked very well around it, especially with everything going on with the screen behind. So we saw what they were planning as well and what the folders were, which if you're into your kind of technology in wrestling, this would have been an absolute wet dream for you, to put it one way. I love this match. This is one of the matches I'm really high on. Dawson is fantastic. We know this anyway. Tom is, I've said for a long time now, one of the most underrated wrestlers in the Northwest. He is superb. I think when he's in a tag team, he's very noticeable when he's been with Critchy, but he doesn't get the credit, I feel. When he has had singles matches that I've saw, he has been a standout.
I feel like as a singles wrestler, he's very creative in the ring. I feel like him and Dynamite paired really well.
Yeah. Because he did a couple moves we've seen before, but it's normally when it's led to it's normally as part of like a tag or tandem move. Doing it in a singles environment, I think, made Tom look even more of a star in this contest. I think going into it, Lee was, if you can say, the bigger draw. And come the end of this match, it felt like Tom was the bigger name. But that's also to do with how well Lee helped and just how both men put this match together. It was fantastic. It was back and forth. You felt at some points it was going to be possibly obvious who was going to win. But what they did was they kind of kept you guessing right to the end, which I really enjoy. Because no one wants to see a match and it's too obvious. Sometimes that does work out and you understand it. And I did feel like Tom was going to win this, and secretly I was pulling for him. However, Dynamite wins with the powder keg DDT. Joe, I don't think I've asked you yet on this.
Again, I can echo pretty much what you guys have said. I thought it was a really, really good match. Dawson's one of those guys that if you are someone like McCall, who is known to people and known in a certain capacity as like a tag wrestler a lot of the time, if you want a good breakout performance, like you said, Dawson's the guy you want with.
Yep.
Dawson is exceptional at highlighting other wrestlers' proficiencies and what they're capable of doing in a not necessarily a big match environment, but in a very competently done environment of a match like this. So, and it did everything it needed to do. It was just a really compelling match.
Yeah. Just suddenly had the thought of you saying that of the song Joe Hendry makes everything better, but change the words to Lee Dawson makes everything better.
Lee Dawson gets everyone over.
Yes. So we come to our second game. Technically not the second game, but the second time. We will come to Joe for this one. How long did this match go?
I think it was quite similar, so I'm going to go around like 6 minutes 48.
6 minutes 48. Myles?
7 minutes 18 seconds.
And Myles takes the victory. It was 10 minutes and 4 seconds.
Was it?
It did not
it
feel
was
10
indeed.
minutes.
It did.
There you go. There is another.
I did it bell to bell, Myles.
And
I checked it twice.
There you go. There's another feather to them guys' caps. A match like that, they can fit so much in. Where like it's only like 6 minutes, probably.
I thought 10. I thought it went a bit, but I didn't think it went 10. I thought it was a bit longer, but it wasn't. So we are currently deadlocked at 1 fall apiece. We then come to the main card of Art New Riot. And we open with a tag team match with Shredded Meat, that being Troy Ryan and Shreddy, going up against Bruiser Brad and Riot Strong. Joe, we will come to you on this one.
What's the phrase? Big meaty men slapping meat.
That's the fella.
That is fellas. What this was. Yes. That is what this was. Just a big old hard hitting big lads tag match between two obvious baddies, two obvious goodies. Potentially a little bit of filler due to circumstances that happen after the match. But as a sort of preview of what's to come in a lot of ways, this was pretty much perfect for what it needed to be.
It was a meat fest, is what we can call it.
Yes.
It was indeed a meat fest.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I could have written notes on this. I didn't, because I'm going to try and do it from memory. But this was, I mean, going through what we had the crowd very energetic to start off the show, where we had AJ and Gorgon. That continued through to Dawson and McCall. We then had I think it was a 15-minute break, and then we came into this, and the crowd was still red hot. Bruiser Brad was the unofficial MVP, I felt, in this match, because he engaged with the crowd magnificently. Bryant was very much a man of few words and letting his actions do the talking. Bruiser Brad was both. He used his words and he used his actions, and was not against kind of riling up the crowd and telling them to fuck off. Equally, as the crowd were telling him to fuck off. And then you had Troy and Shreddy, both men are monsters in their own way. Shreddy, I am a massive Shred head. I love Shreddy. Troy is. This did feel very much a case of two matches in one. It's a tag match, but equally it was Brad and Strong trying to kind of take Troy out as well. To help their, should we call their main handler in Big T,
Indeed,
who is still out of action. Wink, wink. Yeah. So this was effectively set up to be a tag match because we couldn't get Big T and Troy. The match itself was really good. We saw a lot of power moves. I'm trying to think of certain things that happened, but considering it was 4 meeting men, it was quite fast paced, I thought.
It was indeed. Well, you think about, like, I'd say Bryke and Brad are more traditional big lads in that respect, but I feel like both Shreddy and Troy Ryan, they are strong guys, but they're slimline strong. I would say they're capable of a lot more
athletic big guys.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's kind of like the heavies were the bad guys, and Shreddy and Troy were kind of like cruiserweights.
Indeed,
but they have the muscle on them.
Exactly. As weird as it is to say, comparatively, Shreddy and Troy Ryan very much were the lightweights of this match.
It was beef versus muscle, literally.
Yeah. Indeed.
The slight irony of shredded meat, and if we're kind of looking at it, the real meat between all 4 of these were clearly on the other side in Brad and Strong. The shredded part were definitely on Troy and Shreddy. It's just a weird kind of dynamic where you have, was it a couple shows ago with Brady Phillips and Troy, and everyone's just kind of saying Troy's like shredded and Brady wasn't, and I thought it's probably the other way around. Actually, it was probably Troy's more shredded and Brady was more the meat in that
match. There's a difference between like natural like size and like size that is earned.
Yeah, it's like lean and then there's kind of like muscle. And it does feel with Troy at the moment, the kind of, he's still got the muscle, but he's gone very lean. So it doesn't feel like the old Troy, which was pure meat.
Yes.
Myles, your take on this before I explain what happened in the end.
I thought it was a fun little Hoss tag match. You don't really see Hoss tag matches get done very often, so the fact that you had just a ring just full of pure meat, just blow for blow, just chopping each other, like loads of spots. They had lots of like trade-off spots where they're just trading like fists in the ring, and they're just going just meat for meat, basically. It was a fun match.
Yeah.
Definitely all 4 guys, I think, will be in hostile.
Oh, yeah. And to be fair, all 4 men were superb. Everyone did their job absolutely to a T.
I was about to say, I have a little proposal. I'll let Elliot explain the aftermath of the match, but I do have a little armchair booking proposal afterwards.
Okay. We will come to the fantasy booking in a second then. So the end of this match saw Strong looking to hit Troy. Troy reverses it, lifts him up for the fall of Troy. At the same time, Shreddy spears Bruiser Brad so he can avoid the count being broken up. And Shredded Meat take victory. Now then, who takes the lead, or do we keep level?
Yes.
Who went first last time? Oh, Joe went first last time. So, Myles, what time?
11 minutes.
11 minutes flat. Oh,
11 minutes flat.
I'm going to go 9 minutes 52.
You were wrong to go that way, Joe. Myles takes a 2-1 lead. The time was 11 minutes and 16 seconds.
Just waltzed into this game and immediately lost it. I'm just cursed. I'm just genuinely cursed at this game.
I like the fact you're trying and Myles just goes, I don't know, 8 minutes. I couldn't give a toss. And he's literally getting within kind of like 10 seconds every time.
I just overthink it. That's what it is, clearly.
Yeah. So, your fantasy booking.
Well, no, I'll let you explain the next match.
Okay.
And then we'll get to it.
So, as we alluded to, I think originally the plans may have been to have Big T and Troy Ryan fight for the GMAC title, that being the Greater Manchester Athletics Commission Championship. Obviously, Big T is out of service, as he has called it, due to, was it knee or was it was chest, wasn't it?
It was something, yes, chest related, I believe.
So could not wrestle and has not wrestled. And if we go to the Zeitgeist shows, he attacked Troy Ryan and was given the news that if he was to get physical with Troy Ryan again, he would be stripped of the GMAC title and get a fine. So we finish the opening contest and have Shreddy and Troy celebrating a hard-earned victory. Bruiser Brad and Bright Strong return to the ring, attack Shreddy and Troy, eliminating Shreddy out of the picture, kicking him out of the ring. This then leads to Big T turning up and absolutely clocking Troy Ryan with the GMAC title. I think he owes him rent for the amount of force that went into that shot to the head. So they go to hold up Troy, do Brad and Strong. Big T is obviously going to do it again, but Mark Adams comes to the ring and stops Big T and informs him, TT, you know what happens if you get physical. You're going to, get a fine, and you're going to get stripped of the title. Everyone thinks, he's going to do it anyway. Then I think he does actually hit him. And then they said, right, that means you're now stripped of it. And then he tells him to read the phone that he's been given a message, but they didn't actually specifically say he'd been sent a message. Mark pulls out his phone, reads it, and from the MHS and Dr. Joe blogs, informing everyone that Big T is back up and running, and that from August 1st, which was the day of the show, Big T could continue and get back in the ring, which meant that he could not be fined and, more importantly, would not be stripped of the GMAC title. But it did not stop there. We then have Big T calling, he calls the fans hoes, as he did through the doctor's note that came through.
I was about to say it was written within the note itself.
Yeah.
What was the phrase? The to catch management and the hoes that call themselves fans.
Yes, which was quite funny. I was laughing where I shouldn't have been. So we get to that, and then Big T says, "You know now this means I can actually wrestle you, Troy, for the title, but I'm going to do it right now." So Troy's completely out of it at this point. He demands that this match start. The match starts, and Big T hits, I'm going to say, a big swinging bossman slam.
Aye.
I'm positive I know what the move's called, but the move name leaves my brain.
I think it's close to my head. Is it like Ticket to Ride?
I thought it was something like that.
Yeah, I swear that's close.
We will go with that, and if it's wrong, no doubt, we will be pulled up over this. We'll say Ticket to Ride. Ends up with Big T then pinning Troy Ryan and retaining his G-Mac title. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. How long did this match go? I get the feeling we are either going to have someone bust, or both of you are going to come very close to it. Myles, we are going to you first.
This is like a penalty shootout. I'm trying to think, based off how long it took T to hit the move on Troy and get the pinfall. So it's 3 seconds for a pinfall. How long?
That's what they tell me.
Oh, he's doing the working out. He's doing the working out. He's doing.
He's helping you, eh? He's helping you, eh?
Troy around. So 3 seconds for a pinfall. The match start that to like a couple of seconds. I'm going
unless the referee's injured, then it's
12
not.
seconds.
All right, so you're going 12 seconds. I can see the cogs in your head going, do I go under? Do I go over?
No, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm going 6 seconds.
By default, Joe, it was 9 seconds.
Oh.
Once again, by default. That's how I win things. I don't win things with merit. I win things by default.
So when he was describing everything about that, I thought, he's right, you know. he's right. I thought he's going to get this bang on. Then he went 12. I thought, you've gone wrong, son. He's wrong.
Learning. He's learning the tactics now. He's gonna boss the rest of this.
Where do we come to then? Yes, we come to the No Limits match between Danny Proper, Mr. Catch, and Teddy Ray. Who did we go to last time? Myles, will come to you because I think you go first on this one.
So this was an interesting take. I thought the no time limit gimmick was good, but essentially it just turned into a normal singles match. It was a great match. I enjoyed it, but I feel like there should have been a bigger stipulation. I feel like this match was a setup to a bigger stipulation.
Yeah.
Going off the ending of the match. I feel like it was a perfect setup match.
It feels like we're getting a trilogy between these two.
I feel like there's a trilogy between these. I'm surprised Teddy was on his own, to be fair. No Keen and Krishna, despite the guys' tapings.
I mean, I haven't seen Keenan for a while now, to be fair, on any show.
To be fair, I think I kind of know why they probably left Teddy on his own some, specifically for the match after this, because it's a little hard to do the dynamic of two people in the same faction when you know one's going to get booed out of the building and the other one is by default the hero of the match.
Yeah, so you just left Keenan out because it would be a weird split.
It complicates things.
It complicates things, yeah.
I mean, you say that, but Teddy did very well to have the crowd hating.
Oh yeah,
throughout
he did
this match.
Brilliant.
So, and he did pull a lot of goofy faces at times, which I was a big fan of. Yeah, this
weird obsession with a ring post.
In fairness, so was Danny. He reciprocated the love for that ring post. I'll have you know, which taken out of context can seem a bit wrong, but
I see you're immediately regretting saying that there.
Yeah. But this was another good match, to be fair. I feel like it's copy and paste my answers with these, but it really was a good match. Proper, who clearly annoyed he didn't get that win against Teddy Ray on the last Zeitgeist show due to Keenan Krishna doing the tapping for Teddy Ray, which forced Proper to release the sharpshooter. And then when he tried to put it back on, the time had expired. Hence how we got to this no limits match. Both men, I mean, to put it bluntly, beat the shit out of each other. Inside and outside the ring, whether it was the physicality on the outside or the case of technical and wrestling in the ring. You kind of had two different styles in this match, which it's rare you actually get. It's either the match is a brawl or it's just a technically sound contest. And this had kind of both going for it, which I did enjoy that aspect from it. Joe, your take on this one before I reveal what happened.
Yeah, I can very much echo the same sentiments as you guys. It was a very engaging, very it did definitely feel like leading to other things. I like the sort of angle they have of it where it's very much like Teddy keeps getting put in situations with Danny, finds a way out of it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, we'll give you another stipulation to get rid of that, and then he finds a way out of that as well.
Yeah.
It's very much playing the part of like the Rat King character that can just sort of slink his way out of every situation in the most annoying way possible.
He is a slippery character.
Indeed.
I did, as we were talking about with Teddy Ray and the crowd getting to hate him, kind of just riling up the crowd and doing the over-dramatic, telling the referee to count quicker and doing the gestures of going 6, 7, 8, which, and then having him kind of have a mini tantrum in a ironic way, which I did like.
It's one of them where other people are good at sort of like giving back to the crowd and giving them a bit of shit. Teddy's very much a pantomime heel. He's very good at like giving the big expressions and the big faces. He's like very much playing to the whole room rather than just one or two people giving him shit.
Yes,
in the audience.
It's rare you can have someone do that role and it not come off kind of cheesy or a bit cringy, but Teddy has it perfect. Just how he portrays the rule breaking ways.
He's very good at playing broad, but in a way that doesn't feel like it's too panto.
Yeah, it's kind of the Chris Candido cowardly kind of like rule breaker where they're not afraid to be kind of like cowardly and scared against an opponent. They'll embrace it, but they'll work around it
it's
as well.
panto, but knowingly a bit panto.
Yes, but it's
there's
good.
there's of a wink and a nudge there. Be like, I'm gonna overdo this slightly.
Yeah, there is that, but he gets it
in a good way. In a good.
way. Yeah. In a good way. So the match is a win for Danny Proper after we see Proper trying to throw Teddy Ray into the same ring post that Teddy Ray did to Danny earlier in the match. Ray grabs hold of the ring skirt so he can't get whipped into the ring post. And as Proper kind of goes backwards due to the momentum of trying to throw him into it, Teddy then pulls out a chair from the ring and goes full Sabu and just launches the chair at him, to be blunt on that, and gets DQ'd. And you can clearly see that this is setting up for something. What it is, we do not know, but I'm definitely here for it because it made me think of Proper and Scotty Rourke in their kind of like trilogy, but a different kind of trilogy. So, but I'm invested in what they're going to do.
It feels like they're going to, instead of like escalating it, it's just going to be a case of we add this part of stipulation to stop that happening, and then there will be another way that Teddy gets out of it, and they'll have to add another stipulation, and then you can keep going and going with it, just to be like, we're not going to stop you doing everything. We're just going to stop you doing this one thing that made you win it last time.
Yeah.
All right.
2 out of 3 falls. Let's go.
Like that, exactly. Yeah, that would work.
I just looked at something that made me think 2 out of 3 falls. That's why I threw it out there. Time, gentlemen, please. So who did we go with? We went Myles first. So we're going to go Joe.
I'm going to go 10 minutes 10.
10 minutes 10. And Myles?
13:45.
And we continue on because you have both busted.
Oh.
It went, and this may surprise you, 8 minutes and 31 seconds.
Oh.
Now you say that, I kind of, it does. I'm not that surprised it probably went a little shorter than I imagined.
It felt longer.
Yeah. There's a couple of matches where you felt it went longer and it didn't. And some that went short that went the opposite. So we now come to what was my personal favorite match of the show.
You sicko.
Hey, don't enough compliments. The Pure Rules match between Big Deck McCarthy and Chris Ridgway.
Yes.
As my notes tell me here, we will go to Joe first.
This was really, really good. It very much continued in line with the last Pure Rules that Declan was in. Just a really good, like, bit of storytelling involved in a lot of it. A ton of, like, again, all the stuff about him where he starts, he uses all his rope breaks really early. It's very much that thing of, like, Declan's really good at playing into sort of the insecurity of him quite a bit in a way that is interesting. So, and he does that really well here against Ridgway. He's more or less just sort of doing his usual thing. So it was just really good for what it was trying to accomplish.
Yeah. I might as well go on my bit and then we will come to Myles. Because I don't know if Myles is still there.
Just turn him a light on. It's a bit dark in my room.
Yeah. I just went to do that, and I knocked the internet cable out, and it said my connection isn't stable. So
that's why I just kept talking there because I felt like, well, something might have happened, so I'll just fill the dead air.
I saw something was still moving, so I thought, right, I'm still fine. This was really, really good. We went into this knowing full well what we were going to get. We were going to get both men effectively just beat the shit out of each other. And thankfully we did, because that is what happened. So we had... it was interesting because I wondered where they were kind of going to go with it. Were they going to have Deck take up like most of this and prove to Ridgeway that I am better than you, and then how they were going to go around it? And effectively, this was really kind of like a 50-50 split in terms of offense, really. Ridgeway pulling out kicks that were no, I can't use that analogy. They were hard kicks, and
monstrous kicks.
Yes, they were. If you wanted to get rid of stress, they would definitely clear the stress.
Especially if you also really hated Deck McCarthy.
Yes, and in fairness, it did get a lot of people happy when Deck was getting kicked.
Absolutely.
Some, I think, enjoyed it more than they probably should. But
a little bit, yes.
I mean, there's that. Deck, though, gave back as much as he took. We had a nice move where Deck has Ridgeway kind of on the floor, but is giving him kind of like kicks in the back, even when he's kind of trying to get to the ropes. It really was a case of who was kind of going to back down first, it felt, because no one wanted to tap out or give any advantage to the other. McCarthy burned, I think he'd burned all 3 of his rope breaks before even Ridgeway had burnt through any of his.
Burned all 3 in the space of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is, again, it's something I like about what Deck does, is it's less of this in Future Shock, where he is more just sort of the big sort of hypocritical baddie. In Catch, he's really good at having a consistent character that still can telegraph really easy ways for you to go at him in these ways. Like the stuff like that, because immediately as soon as it finished and like you were there the night after, people on Twitter giving him pelters about burning all the rope breaks in 5 minutes,
and like, they still are.
Exactly, it's that thing of like it comes back to like the Enigma series stuff with the 1 point Deck stuff.
Yep,
he's really good at engineering scenarios where it's really easy stuff to go at him for, rather than just being like the baddie we don't like. You can point to the issues he has and the things he's failed at as things to wind him up.
And it's the thing of, if he it's almost like he knows he can needle people too easily. So, and if no one's talking about him, he will then do something to have you draw back into, to like pull him up over something.
He can engineer the elements.
He can engineer
for
hate.
for you to go at him for.
Yes, he can engineer hate in a wrestling sense,
exactly,
which is what you want.
He provides the ammo in the gun for you to point at him.
Yes.
Very deliberately so in a lot of the matches he has, and that works massively to his benefit because it allows people to engage with him as like a heel a lot more directly than some other heels you could mention in the same way.
And another way to put it, he can get more heat than we've had in this kind of heat wave so far. Indeed. Which is a talent. Myles, your view on this, sir?
This was one of the matches I was really looking forward to, and it delivered an instant classic between these two. I was the only guy in the room rooting for Deck, and he still doesn't even appreciate just a little token of encouragement. No, Declan doesn't want anything.
He doesn't want your pity vote.
Yes.
And that's why he lost, because he doesn't appreciate people appreciating him, because he's Declan McCarthy. So
he's too good for your appreciation.
Yes,
Mr. 0-2 in pure rules.
There we go. This is literally what I'm saying.
How quick we turn. The fickleness of fans.
Who's next? Next on the pure rules list for Declan McCarthy?
That's a good question.
William Slater.
Because you know his big thing's going to be like, I need someone so I can prove that I can actually win a pure rules match.
Bring Liam Slater in or Vucic.
Oh, Liam Slater. I'd love Liam Slater and Deck McCarthy.
He's one guy I've never seen wrestle. So
that would be
class.
That would be good.
Liam Slater. I've never seen him wrestle. I want to see him wrestle. So.
Bucket
Go on,
coward.
catch. Bucket catch. That's what we're saying. Point at catch being like, bucket.
So what happens is the match expires, but McCarthy is adamant that we continue this contest. We get 5 more minutes because senior referee James Greenwood gives the 5 extra minutes. And I nearly said the actual time then. And we get the additional minutes playing into sudden death, shall we say. So on that, we will come to Joe. How long was this match?
With the addition of the sudden death minutes as well.
Yes, the entirety.
Yes, I would say. See, this one's a little easier because we've been provided with certain timescales already. So I'm going to go 13 minutes 12.
Meals?
14.
No. 10. I'll stop you. I'll step you right there. No one is correct.
Oh.
11 minutes and 59 seconds.
Okay. So it took him 2 minutes.
So I
time.
Actually thought it was like 14 minutes. And it wasn't.
There you go.
So
you can add that to the stuff we've been talking about with Deck, where he could have absolutely just taken the time limit draw and avoided embarrassing himself, but because he has to insist that he can pull this kind of thing off, he gave himself more time and he tapped out.
It made me think of one thing. It made me think of I think it's Living Dangerously 1999, where it's for the TV title, and it was Rob Van Dam against Jerry Lynn. I think the referee, from memory, I could be completely wrong on this. I think it comes down to the referee's decision if it goes to if time expires. And the referee was going to say Jerry Lynn won. Jerry Lynn did not want to win that way and said, I want 5 more minutes. I want to beat him fair and square. And he did the 5 minutes and he lost.
There you go.
The other question that comes into my head is how many times does the person asking for the 5 additional minutes ever win?
It's a very rare one. Absolutely.
Because it either continues to go to another time limit draw, or they lose.
It very much is if the 5 minute extra is deliberately part of what the match is meant to be, not just they fucked it and need to do another 5 minutes to get it right.
Yes,
because that happens a lot.
Yeah, well, there's one match I can think of where that has happened. which we will stray away from very quickly. Oh, yes, we've just done the time. So we come to the main event of the first half, which was a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Loser leaves catch as Ian Skinner took on Aiton Steen. And coming first in with his hot takes is Myles.
I don't even know where to start. This is honestly one of my favourite matches of this whole year. The brutality in this match was just off the level, like off the charts. Much, much better than the dog collar match. I felt like these two brought the best out of each other in this match, and this stipulation was incredible. Everything was used in this match. Thumbtacks, Steen's hair getting shaved, tables, ladders, chair. What else did we see? We saw a lot. We saw an insane balcony dive from Steen, which is honestly one of my favourite spots I have seen. We saw both guys going through the tables.
Yes.
We saw a wet floor sign being used to Gorgon.
We saw Gorgon.
I know.
Yeah,
we saw Gorgon. That's again. This is the Gorgon face push is coming. He had genuinely biggest pop of the night might have been Gorgon appearing.
Yes,
dropped it from Gorgon,
or at least from us. At least from us, it would have been the biggest pop of the night.
Yeah,
and I will say, tracksuit Gorgon is a vibe. Gorgon in them black trackies is a vibe.
It's
and that dropkick was sweet.
It's the alternate. If you had Gorgon on a wrestling computer game, if you hold in kind of like L1 and selection, when you used to play like the old WWF games, so it was like you used to press L1 or L2 and whatever, and you get different custom attire.
You get the alternate attire.
That would be the alternate attire.
Aye.
Will be them in tracksuits.
Like Gorgon's been wrestling in Czech Republic for like 5 weeks, and he's come back.
Taking notes from Vusic.
Yeah, he's Vusic's.
I was going to say, I went to Czechia a couple of years ago, but I didn't come back in tracksuits.
You didn't see any Goblin Kings while you were out there, did you?
You didn't see any Goblin Kings?
No.
Not that I can remember, but this was literally about 4 days before we went into lockdown. So if it had been a week later, I may have been stuck in Prague, which wouldn't have been a bad thing, but you know. Yeah, this was an absolute cracker of a contest. I think we said on the last show that everything that they may have planned seemed to just go astray and everything was working against them. This time around, everything they did seemed to go to plan and more. We have Skinner busting Steen immediately from the off as he had his mask and cracked him with a running headbutt. To which we could have done a bet on how long it would take Steen to bleed. But we didn't, sadly. I mean, there was so much. There was, as you said, the drawing pins that Steen Skinner put in Steen's mouth. We had the only slight thing that was going against him, and I worried for a tiny bit, was Skinner trying to get the duct tape.
Yeah,
and he could not get the corner, and we've all been there.
Nice.
But thankfully, they managed to very quickly work through it. Steen feels very much like Foley in like the old Attitude Era, where he just basically just takes an absolute shellacking in near enough every match he takes. If there's going to be a big kind of like bump, you know who's going to be taking it, unless they kind of very quickly flip it for like one moment to keep you guessing. The ladders, the one they used, I didn't like.
They were step ladders specifically.
Yeah.
Aye. Because we don't have regular ladders here in Britain. We just have step ladders.
Well, the thing was, the ladders they had on the stage had rungs on both sides.
Aye.
The one they had in the ring had rungs on one side, and then two on the other.
Yeah, it was a step ladder.
However, as much as I hated it as the match went on, because I thought, oh, this isn't going to go well, it played fantastically into the end, I thought. So, as you say, we have kind of both men just beating the hell out of each other, as you would expect. We should also mention what both of them were fighting for, which was a maid's outfit that was hanging above the ring.
This feels like the one aspect of the build that was a little unnecessary in my mind.
Well, yes and no. So the full kind of stipulation was if Skinner loses, he would have to wear this maid's dress and be Aiton's bitch.
Well, that's if Aiton won, Skinner
if Aiton
could
won,
come back.
Yeah,
if he was
that.
Aiton's maid.
Yeah.
Yes,
he'd still have to wear it though.
Yeah.
So, and then as we kind of went through the match, we had a couple of sick bumps in this. One with the table, or a couple with the table, to be fair. One that was on the outside, and Skinner sent Steen through. We then had them both on the ladders and saw both going through it. We then had Skinner looking on course to take victory. And I think we thought, oh, this is going to be a bit obvious. And then we saw the masked man, not the person behind me. Well, not technically anyway.
Kind of.
Yeah,
Kind of.
loosely. And it was Gorgon who drop kicked Skinner.
Gives him a 2 barrels, fuck you, then drop kicks him.
Yep. To which, at that point in time, Steen had his wrist duct taped around the ring post. So
at that point, he had been duct taped. He'd had the thumbtacks put into his mouth, and then had been kicked into the ring post.
Yes,
with the tacks in his mouth. So
yep. Because I was thinking how he was going to get out of that Steen, and then obviously when Gorgon came out, he just basically cut the tape.
Yeah, he's a good guy because he's the biggest face in
that runs the place at the moment.
Aye.
To which at that point Skinner then goes to the outside, smacks. I think it's Gorgon with the wet floor sign. I think.
Yeah, he jabs it into his leg.
Yeah. Then attacks both. Then Skinner and Gorgon fight past us at the front and head towards the bar, where as they cut through the crowd and towards the bar, you kind of just looked above and thought, Steen's going to come here any second. And he did not disappoint. Which, looking at that video, it's funny to see the two bar workers just completely oblivious, but like enjoying what's going on in front of them.
Aye.
And then
completely unaware of what's about to enter the frame of vision.
they can see people looking up, but even they're trying to kind of like sneak a peek as well. They can't see. And then Steen comes down, takes both of them out, as well as kind of the red shirts, as you would call them at certain places. Takes out one being Haley Cooling.
Shout out Haley Cooling.
Shout out Haley. And a couple of others. There were a few wrestlers in the crowd that was behind us, all by the bar. I should mention.
Smart guys.
Yeah. So the match goes back to the ring, and the ending to it. So Steen and Skinner on the ladders, Skinner on the actual rungs. Steen headbutts Skinner. Skinner slides down, and as Steen tries to kind of propel himself to the top of the ladder, due to the nature of it having kind of only two bits of metal to use, as he kind of leaps up to get to the top, loses his footing, and ends up kind of going through the ladder and falls backwards. So he's kind of hanging upside down in the ladder. This allows Skinner to climb up to it, standing on the knee of Steen and retrieving the maid's outfit. And we say sayonara to Aiton Steen. An absolute classic of a contest, this.
Absolutely. Massive improvement over the dog collar match, I would say.
Yes.
I think it also benefited from, weirdly, despite being like having more stipulation to it, having a little bit less hype and being in a better position on the card helped it massively. Because I think they overhyped the dog collar match a little too hard and put it in the main event, which I think killed the appeal of it slightly the first time around.
I agree, but I still think there were things that just went against them, and that hurt them massively in that contest.
Aye.
But thankfully, everything went to plan on this one.
This was like right place, right time, right part of the card. Everything worked out well. It's just a massive improvement overall.
Yeah.
I feel like the dog collar might have worked better at the Red Arch. That's a weird take, but I feel like the venue, the Red Arch, would have been better suited for the dog collar because it's a lot smaller.
Potentially. I just think for that last show that they had gone into it deciding dog collar match is going to be the main event. We're going to hype the dog collar match because it's a big kind of strange stipulation you don't get a lot of. And then when the announcement of Overman Jacobs came, it became very clear that that is where all the interest immediately went.
Yeah.
And they didn't really change course a little bit. And that kind of didn't help it a lot.
The only thing as well, though, with that is all the tapings they did was mostly plugging this match. The Oberman Jacobs match was a bit like this one with, as we'll come to later on, with Joshua. It was very much a case of, Scott, here's your challenger.
Aye.
And you'll see your opponent at the big show. You will not see him in to do any build-up whatsoever.
And it's a big name that we
it's a big name
from the scene.
So I understand why they went down that route. But in the end, everything worked out. Yeah. So what can you say? After the match, Steen gets the microphone, thanks the promotion, thanks the fans, then says, having had some of his hair shaved, he says, as we're going to an interval, if anyone wants to shave a bit of my head, we'll do it for a charity. And a fair few people took up that offer. And
so it's a unique bit of merch table experience, to be fair.
Yes.
You very rarely get to go to the merch table and be like, can I shave your head for a £5?
I mean, I did Bailey's at the 20th anniversary show.
Okay.
So, and I think I nearly ended up cutting too much. I did have a professional try and show me what to do. But you know,
I was about to say I'd had
all
a bit
in
to
a
drink
good
at that
cause.
point, so I wasn't confident. No.
Yeah. So just to read what Aiton put. So he says, what Aiton posted, sorry. So they raised money for trans charity. And the message he got was, thank you ever so much for your kind donation. Your ongoing support means that we're able to sustain our work for the UK's trans community. Keep up to date with our work, subscribing to their newsletter. And it says, thank you for your generous donation of £110 to support Trans Actual. So,
yeah,
very
good
well
stuff.
done there, Ethan, and everyone that took part.
Yeah.
So, we come to the fun bit. Who is going to take a 3-2 lead? Myles went first with the chat, so that is who we are going to go with. Myles.
Okay.
I feel like this is a really long match, so I'm going 20 minutes, 30 seconds.
I don't think it was that long. I'm going 16:45.
Joe takes the lead. 17 minutes and 15 seconds.
I'll take that. That's good. That's within 30. I'm happy with that.
You're getting nearer. You're getting nearer.
I'm getting there. I'm learning.
Staying with Joe, we come to our... Oh, it's not the penultimate because I've just realised there's another match. We have Rampage Brown taking on Tony Wright.
Hey.
On what was Yorkshire Day. As if you heard the pre-show, Chris Lawson,
when you need him?
He failed to tell us this quite often. But as the saying goes, how do you know someone's from Yorkshire? They'll tell you. And Chris did tell us
frequently.
I think frequently, or just once or twice, it was Yorkshire Day. As did Katie.
Yes.
The only two Yorkshire people that seem to be there in a fan capacity. And got dogs abuse in a way.
Love Yorkshire so much that they weren't in Yorkshire for Yorkshire Day. They came to us. So
yes.
I
said it was like missionary work spreading the name of Yorkshire, but not in the best place to do it in Lancashire. But yeah, and there will be people that will have heard me say Lancashire and get annoyed. It is still in the Red Rose side. Manchester.
It's the historic county of Lancashire.
It is still Lancashire.
That's the word, historic county of Lancashire. Get it right.
I still put Lancashire when it asks county. Not Greater Manchester, Lancashire.
Greater Manchester is a fabrication. It's not actually real.
And also, Lancashire play their home games at Old Trafford. Which, again, is not Manchester. Historically, it is Manchester.
So yeah, I thought this was a good match. This was a very, very good match. It felt again similar to the sort of Scott and Guest matches. This very much was Tony versus Guest, and it was a very easy guest for people to get against because it's Rampage, it's Yorkshire Day, it's Baldy Bastard. It's a lot of easy things to go against him for Rampage, and Rampage plays up fantastically to a lot of these particular stereotypes.
The thing with Rampage, the fans made him the bad guy. Yet Rampage never did anything a bad guy would do. He
True.
just
No, but it's Rampage Brown, so obvious the fans are just going to gravitate towards him being a bad guy.
It is kind of what we do. It's not a case of we like both of you. It's we like this person more than you, so you're the baddie.
But the thing as well of because
I mean,
it's the thing of when they said from Leeds.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, immediately you've got the short straw there. And then you had Louise, who I think was his first catch show?
Yeah, it was Louis' first catch here.
Yeah. And him starting off the what do we think of Yorkshire?
Shit.
What do we think of shit?
Yorkshire.
I'm thinking, all right, we've all had a drink. Calm down.
I called him baldy bastard a few times.
And I have a
Didn't
bone
he
to
try and invite you in the ring at one point?
Yeah, he offered me in the ring.
Yeah.
He was like, get in the ring.
I have a bone to pick about this, by the way.
Go on.
I remember a good while ago, this would have been it was last Enigma series at the Red Shed when it was Vusic against, I forget who it was, but I'd had a drink in me and I gave him a bit of baldy bastard chant and I got shit for it. Genuinely, no one joined in. I got looks like, what you doing? I got in trouble for it. And then you go and do it. You go and do it at this show, and everyone joins in.
Yeah.
Mark Adams did not enjoy the baldy bastard chant.
No. I didn't even think of that.
But I will say, and I've pointed this out.
Baldy.
He is indeed. But I've pointed this out before. After that happened, Vusic started growing his hair out again.
Yes.
And now he's got a little bit of a buzz cut now. So, who's the real winner here?
It's the thing as well of Vusic looked a killer bald, and with hair he looks weird. It's
because it's that kind of like bald by choice, and then you grow it out, so it just looks like a bit of a fuzz around you.
I'd like hair like a kind of like a sunroof on a car where you can retract it and then just do it that. It'd be so much better, I feel, but you know.
I'm glad Vusic's living his best life. So
yes.
It was one of those where I was like, oh, he's bald by choice. I've gained a certain respect for him now.
It does make me laugh.
Please don't come and bat at me, Vusic.
I do like hearing that when you see Vusic, you think he's a killer. And then when you hear him, it's just like, that's the weird kind of muddled accent.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a bit of like, again, transcontinental accent going on. So, anyway, Vusic wasn't in this match. It was Tony Wright and Rampage Brown.
It was Rampage Brown and Tony Wright. Myles, will come to you, and then I'll do my bit.
Again, another brilliant match. Nice little. Even though the Tony Wright is the fan favorite, he was sort of going into this as the underdog. Smaller guy, massive David versus Goliath build. Rampage pretty much dominating majority of this match. Tony Wright getting a lot of quick flurry of offenses in. Like, Tony was moving really quick in this match, which is nice to see from Tony, that he's got a different side to him. He was moving around like a cruiserweight in this match. He was very quick in this match. He was very nimble. I mean, it's what you got to do when you got to face a bulldozer like Rampage Brown.
It was strange as well. He'd hit some moves and he looked like, did I just do that? It was like he was shocked, surprising himself at what he was doing on a couple of occasions. I'm going to surprise you here. I didn't dislike it, but I wasn't as high on it as every other. It just, to me, felt like it went it meandered slightly. In my view, it was still a good match. I'm nothing against it. Everyone did their roles right.
What I'd say is it's one of them where if any match in this could be said to be in a bit of a death spot, this was it. Where it was like,
it was the first match back.
The first match back after that massive TLC match. So it was the match that was getting everyone back into the vibe a little bit. And you were always going to struggle with that. But I think they did pull it out reasonably well.
But by the end of it, yes. But there was times in that match I kind of found myself slightly drifting slightly. But again, nothing on them, just kind of where I was. So we come to the times, and my notes tell me we go to Joe first for this one.
I'm gonna go with 11 minutes 12.
Myles.
9 minutes 25.
And Myles takes it by default. It was 9 minutes and 46 seconds.
I knew it would be. Do you know when you say something and you're immediately a bit like, I've done wrong there. I've completely gone over there. I knew immediately as soon as I said it, it's like, I fucked this.
You can see me as soon as you say the first number thinking, right, there's a cross.
Nice.
We come to our penultimate match of the show for the Catchweight Championship. Do you want the official nickname or the unofficial nickname?
Let's go unofficial.
Unofficial. Right. So we had Jay Joshua taking on the Catchweight champion, the real deal, Scott Oberman.
The real deal.
Scott Oberman. To which Scott Oberman. Yeah. To which Oberman clearly is saying to the crowd, "Real thing. I'm the real thing."
He gave it very much a proper like.
Yeah.
Look over like.
He's looking, thinking, "That's not my name. It is real thing."
Did result in a real deal chant immediately.
Yes.
Everyone. It was one of those where most people immediately clocked that it was wrong.
Immediately, other than Mark.
Yeah.
To which I'm looking forward to watching this show back. One of them mainly to hear if Lucy pulls him up and just goes, "Do you realize you called him the wrong nickname?"
Lucy's too much of a professional for that, I think. Lucy's too nice for that. She's too much of a professional.
She's just written it down in big, massive letters,
and then
on the desk,
showed
just
it
going
off screen. There, like
just moves it across the screen, saying, "You idiot."
If Mark goes really silent on the commentary for a few minutes, it's him just like, "What have I done?" Head in hand, like.
You know what? I should have asked Sam what time Oberman's entrance lasted.
I can tell you because he posted it earlier. He posted it on the day.
So,
for a moment.
While Joe
ask Myles' opinion, and I will find out for you.
Yeah. So, before we come to the actual match, we had Oberman do his entrance. Jay Joshua, who had partaken in someone's phone and began waving it very much like the fans do during Oberman's entrance, as he kind of just lay on the stairs. And you could have asked the question, paint me like one of your French girls in that pose. To which Joshua, in a way, was living his best life during this. Oberman tried his hardest not to smirk or smile. Especially when you have the unofficial Oberman section, which was collectively us.
You're welcome.
And we got booed quite a fair bit.
I mean, we give it them back, so
yeah, it was a fun.
Again, as I say, he's the one who's here every week, every show, defending that belt.
Yes.
Jay Joshua just swans in from down south to come try it. Yeah.
And you have the incentive of he is a United fan, Oberman is Everton. Still cheer the Northwest.
Well, that's thing. United from Wales. Come on, lad.
Yeah, Wales. Do you cheer your Englishman or do you cheer your Welshman? Which one is it?
Aye, at least like Scott is from Liverpool, and you're legally allowed to support Everton in that regard. You don't want a transplant. Aye. Oh.
Oh.
Hold on, Pete. I believe you've muted. We've lost you.
We've lost him.
We've lost him. Oh no. He's going to have to cut all this out.
It's the powers of Oberman.
I don't know. Oh, hold on. No. Still can't hear you. Keep going. No. No. Still can't hear you, mate. No. No, it's not working, mate. It's gone. Oh, this would be a disaster. What's going on? Oh.
Hello.
There we go.
Hey, there we go. We got you back. Oh, hold on. You might have gone again. You were there for a second, and then you've gone again. Hold on. This is fun. It's going to be a wonderful bit to try and cut out of the podcast later on. I can read lips. He's very annoyed. He's very angry.
Can you hear me?
Yes, there we go. Okay.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can still hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you now. We can hear you, Clem Fandango.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Because it constantly says to me, you are now unplugged. And then it says, you are fine. And despite the fact I'm saying, am I fine? It kept saying, it is disconnected to this.
Okay.
It is disconnected. Just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
But suddenly, I'm going to leave this in because...
Leave the whole thing in?
I'm going to leave it in.
Oh, okay. I could have made some controversial statements in the middle there.
Well, good thing you didn't, because I could hear.
Good. I didn't do anything controversial.
You couldn't hear me, which did not make a jot of sense.
Okay.
You know what I should have done? I should have just said, Myles, talk about this match while I sorted myself. But Myles, talk about this match.
Talk about the match. Scott Oldham, that's the match. Jay Joshua got wiped. Flo got wiped. Nah, it was good to see Jay, though. I hardly get to see Joshua. So getting to see him after a while, I couldn't tell you the last time I actually seen Jay Joshua. It's been a good few months. So getting to see Jay again in a new environment in Manchester, cool to see Jay. Great match as expected between these two. I'm pretty sure it was a first ever matchup, first time matchup between these two. So
fairly certain, yes.
Definitely run it back further down the line, even as like a multi-man match. Get a few more people involved. You're onto a barn burner. If you get more people involved, I'd book Scott against literally the whole catch roster at this point.
Book him against anyone.
It's a bit unfair.
You'd still win. You'd still win.
Aye, he's just that good.
Joe.
He's just that good. Well, first off, it was 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Again, although that is
not the
from
longest.
That is specifically, I've been told, from start of music to end of music. Sam, I believe, does it from start of music to both feet entering the ring.
Yes, that's how you have to.
So what I can confirm is 5 minutes 20 is song start to song end. For Sam's, it's 3 minutes on the dot.
Yeah, it makes
take whichever you will in that regard.
That's how you do it. Both feet must be in the ring. It's like Rumble rules in a sense, but just in the ring instead of out the ring.
Aye, indeed. But yeah, fantastic match as always from Scott. Scott is becoming a incredible big match wrestler in these title matches, and he delivers fantastically against people who higher tier people from higher tier spaces than Catch. No offense to Catch, obviously, but big imports brought in to, again, as I've said before, get Scott over to that level in the same way. Because let's face it, Progress aren't doing him many favors in that regard.
No.
But yeah, it was just fantastic, really good. Jay Joshua, fantastic wrestler for this kind of stuff. Very different kind of moveset comparatively to someone like Scott. Very different body dynamics and body shapes comparatively to the two. And it just clicked fantastically well. Yeah, absolutely.
You could make the case that both opponents that Oberman has faced at Gorilla have been of the same ilk in Joshua and Jacobs.
Yeah.
Both very rough style, both very technical, but can break out a couple of kind of high impact moves on occasions. But this match was, I don't think it was as, I'm trying to think how to word this. I don't think it was as good as the Jacobs match, but it's a different kind of match. So
I think the Jacobs match gained a little more from the crowd investment that was involved, because there was certain individuals who were in that crowd. It was very much a split dynamic and a very passionate split dynamic, and that benefited it massively. There was a split dynamic in this, but it wasn't as intense as it was previously.
No,
but the match itself was still up to the same caliber.
You still had the split.
Yeah,
you still had
the dynamic wasn't as intense as it was.
But I think with this one, it was more. I think the Jacobs match was more fast paced, but at times it kind of slowed. And I think this one tried to follow that blueprint as well. But I think what they did as well, they kind of copied the Jacobs match, but threw in more Joshua moves. So the one where I think Oberman either hits a spear or he catches him good with something, and then Joshua immediately gets right up and clotheslines him back.
Yes, aye.
Where it was a case of I'll hit you as hard and then you try and hit me as hard back.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's not quite like a pure rules match, but it still had the same physical kind of wrestling about it. I will say the one positive that was over the Jacobs match for me, at times I felt like Jacobs match seemed to kind of like build up to things. So it was just like, right, we're going to do this. And they'd build up, they'd slow down, or they'd do that spot and then they'd slow for a tiny bit.
There was a lot more specific, like building two spots.
Yeah. It wasn't, I touched on this yesterday, talking about our modern day high flying matches feel more choreographed, where it feels at times where it's like, right, I'm going to do my spot here, then you do your bit, then I do mine, and then you do yours. And it's let it breathe. Don't try and put everything in and do about 5 spots in about 10 seconds. When they do things and they give it time, it works so much better. This was one of those things where you did something, you let it breathe, you worked towards the next bit, and it helped both men. One impressive thing with Joshua that I loved was where he'd kind of have him in a almost like a power bomb position, and then flip him kind of like backwards, where he had him still in like a waist lock, and then kind of like throw him over his head, but still have like control of the waist. I did like that one. The conclusion of this contest, having seen Joshua hitting the Spirit of the Blues, though he wouldn't call it that, he'd call it a tombstone pile driver. I never thought that Joshua was ever going to win this.
No, me neither.
But there's still elements of doubt, thinking they could.
Yeah.
But I don't see it happening. That said, because they put that element of doubt in, I think that's what helps these matches as well. And you completely take yourself out of it for like a few minutes thinking, well, we know who's going to win. But as the match goes on, your mind starts thinking, they're actually going to do this, you know? They're going to change. Did not happen. Oberman wins after Joshua has Scott in a sleeper, and Oberman flips backwards to pin Jay's shoulders down to the mat to retain his catchweight championship.
Hey.
Myles, what time?
18 minutes, 50 seconds.
18 minutes. 15 seconds, did you say?
50.
50. 18:50. Joe.
16.
Yeah.
36.
Oh, I thought you were going to get it bang on. 16 minutes 30. You both busted. However, in a good way, we are at 3-3 heading into our final match. So
that win by default is singing to me now. Come on.
So we come to the main event of the show, which at the time I didn't understand why it was the main event. However, because it was one of the main storylines they did during Zeitgeist, makes a lot more sense. And was for the Women's Catch Championship, as Holly Barlow challenged the defending champion in Lily Winter. And as my notes tell me, Joe, you are up for this one.
It was very good. I do have the slight suspicion you're saying about why it might have been the main event. I have the slight suspicion where they decide that if there's only one women's match, to make up for the fact they've only got one women's match, it should probably be the main event. There's an element of like, you can't really criticize us for only booking one women's match if we put it on last to some degree. But that's just it's not a serious thing. That's a little observation that I kind of say. But it was a very, very good match. I really enjoyed it. I've liked this recent sort of heelish turn for Holly, because Holly is, everyone likes Holly, but she is exceptionally great as a annoying little bad guy, and it's been wonderful to see. And she makes her a perfect sort of foil for Lily in this regard, and it's just a really, really good match. Really good for what it needs to be.
Yeah. Myles?
Yeah, I agree with Joe. Seeing this little evil side of Holly is really, really fun to see. Like, her engagement with the crowd as this evil Holly is really fun.
Just let me write down something that I'm going to do as a video.
Oh.
Because you've said something that now makes me want to actually make a quick video later on.
Ooh, okay, look, don't tell me. I look forward to seeing that.
Don't worry, I will post it once I do it, and you will see it.
Looking forward to it.
It's probably the amount of times Holly says something to a crowd member or any member of the crowd.
I think we touched on this actually at the show, or we may even have said it in pre-show. I'd seen Holly play the villain previously and
it's always felt weird though.
Yeah, it never came across like. I'm not saying that Holly didn't try hardest, but it never felt like either Holly could embrace it as much, because she will have obviously kind of played the heelish role. But I think all this time she's been with Lana, you can see Lana-isms creeping into Holly.
Absolutely.
To the point where it feels like when Lana's with her and Holly will do something, Lana looks at Holly and just goes, "Oh my God, I've created a monster."
Like proper like hands of what have I done?
Yeah,
oh my God.
You can say "Oh God, she's annoying." Christ, it's me.
Absolutely.
This is what happens when you're around certain people that are like that.
Indeed. When you take bad influence from bad individuals.
Bad influence.
Lesson learned.
That's what you get. But it was weird because the week before I'd seen Holly and Maddie Morgan at Kamikaze Pro, and Holly was this sweet, bubbly, lovely person. And on this occasion, she was the most evil, vindictive, kind of heinous person you could possibly meet, which is a credit to her for how she goes about it.
Absolutely.
It was weird as well having Barlow swear more than a docker would, and giving the finger swears, as Danhausen would say, having a go at the crowd, shouting at the referee, trash talking Lily, literally did everything in her power to be the most hated person in that venue. And she did it superbly.
Magnificent.
Absolutely stellar
potential
job.
MVP performance for the entire show for me.
Yeah, well, we may come to that, actually. That's an interesting one to put forward. The match itself, you knew where Holly was going to go with this. You knew she could only keep within the confines of the rules for a certain time. When opportunities arose, she would try and take the shortcuts. Did not work out for her. We had a very gnarly spot where seconds before Holly is barking at the crowd, saying, "Watch this," and then takes I think it was a Deadeye or a move that Joe and I have named for Lily, which we will make that name in a couple minutes' time. But it's kind of like a Deadeye. I think it was a Deadeye she was going for.
Aye.
I think that's what she was going for.
Something close to that, aye.
Or if not, it was how she won the match later on. And it looked a gnarly spot because it looked like Holly had gone on the crown of her head into the apron.
Aye.
And a few of us kind of grimaced and thought, "Oh, that didn't look nice. That was quite grim."
Aye.
But they both get back in the ring. We have a fair few more minutes. Holly then argues with referee James Greenwood. I think she tries to bring the belt in.
Yes, she tries to grab the belt from the comms tables and try to bring it in. Yeah, she goes out, grabs it from the comms table, brings it in. Greenwood grabs it for her, and there's a bit of a tug of war between them.
Yeah.
But I think she's Greenwood's being like, you can't use it, and she's basically like, but I want to though.
Yeah. So she's shouting at Greenwood, looking up at her, giving it the full Scrappy Doo treatment, as I like to say. I'm going to get hit for that one day. But then you have Lily come in, punches Greenwood. The footage I got genuinely looks like she punches him. It looks like she gives him a good hook to the face.
And then a low blow. That caught me off guard. I did not expect a low blow.
Yeah. So then Holly kicks Lily between the legs. Hits, I think she goes to hit the stunner, or the Barlow stunner. And I'm there thinking, oh, Holly's won this. Because I've never seen anyone kick out of the stunner yet. Well, till then. So Winter kicks out. Holly gives a look that could kill to the fans, as I put. She then hits a new move she's added to her repertoire, which is a neck breaker, but is very much like the Rude Awakening that Rude used to use. So she set Lily up for the elbow drop off the top rope following that neck breaker. Only gets a 2 count, which slightly putting a pin in and moving across of, if this is something that got posted the other day, if you have a finisher, try to protect the finisher.
You want the finish to be the finish.
Because it's not a finisher, it is just a wrestling move. If it's a case of you're near the ropes and the foot comes out, fine. But when it's a kick out of a finisher you're using, please.
You can do it on certain occasions when it counts and when it is dramatically appropriate to do so. But that has to be like very rare occasions.
Yes, but it's just a thing of it's the plague in wrestling where finishers are not finishers these days. There's not many people I can think of now whose finisher it will not keep an opponent down for free. And then they have to use kind of like a signature. They might as well call it a signature move instead of a finisher at this point. Right. We will now take the pin out and we will move back into regular service. So it ends up with Lily hitting what Joe and me have deemed the snowdrop. It ties in with wintry stuff. So Winter retains. I nearly said the time again. So for all the marbles, Joe, what time was this match?
I'm gonna go,
and I will say. Actually, no. I'll hold off on what I was going to say.
Let me hang myself my own news. Thank you very much.
Go on.
I'm gonna go 13-10.
Okay.
15-25.
One of you has busted. One of you, actually, correction, you have both busted.
No.
However, I will give it nearest the pin. But to make it more interesting, I will let you go again.
Oh.
One of you was very, very close.
I'm going to go 12 minutes 59.
15:20.
12:59 and 15:20.
Yep.
The winner and new time goes to Joe.
Go on!
The winning time
Go on!
was 13 minutes and 5 seconds.
Oh, so I was really close.
You was out by 5 seconds the wrong way.
Bollocks. Do you know what? I'm very happy with that performance. That is exceptional stuff from me, considering
Premier
the last
League.
couple of performances I've had. That is top draw stuff from me. I will take that. Back in the game, lads. I'm back in the game.
We will have to get you a cheap title to wear on future shows.
One of the little. We'll go to the entertainer and get one of them little toy ones.
Yes.
There we go.
And seeing as you brought this up, who would you give your MVP to? Actually, 2 questions. We'll come to the first one first. MVP of the night.
For me, there's a few, to be fair. Like I say, Holly could be potentially there. And either of Aiton or Skinner for the ladder match, I think. But I think, if I'm being perfectly honest, I'm going to have to give it to Deck McCarthy. Because I feel like that kind of like the balance he managed to achieve in that match of a little bit of storytelling, a little bit of architecture elsewhere, just fantastic. He's just a highly underrated wrestler in all aspects of what he does. And I think this was one of his best performances for that kind of stuff. So, go Deck McCarthy.
Myles?
Skinner or Aiton, but for what they did on the show and how we got to see their new character or an adaptation of their character, I'm going with Gorgon. I feel like the crowd has warmed to Gorgon after seeing his match against AJ and him further helping out or trying to help out Aiton during the TLC match. Gordon. Yeah, that's Gordon. Gorgon has, he's warmed my heart, and that Goblin King is very cool.
I do think if like whoever's going to be the most interesting moving forward for Catch, it's probably going to be Gorgon.
Yes,
yeah, I'm very interested to see where they go with Gorgon, because I think Gorgon he's got the most momentum of anyone in the Catch roster at the minute. So
now we just got to build up the Gorgon fan base.
It'd be interesting to see how they capitalize on that.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Deck McCarthy. I thought what we got, I think, is more kind of adding meat to the bone of McCarthy in Catch Pro Wrestling. The match itself, I think you're going to know what my match of the show was, because I've let it be known a few times what it is, and just everything that Deck did worked, and I'm going with Deck McCarthy. So McCarthy is, if we had to do it based on votes, McCarthy takes home the honours of the MVP. And match,
I'd say well done, Deck, but I don't think he wants our respect.
No.
Underrated match of the show.
Oh, we're doing underrated match.
Match of the show, I think, works. Match of the night MVP. They're a good 2 for combo.
Well, I already know. Are we doing underrated or
just match of the night?
Match of the night is All right, then. Take away Deck and Ridgeway, which I said was my favourite one.
Well, that's fine. That's your match of the night. I might have a different match of the night.
Yeah. If I had to do a second one, I would probably go Lee and Tom in the pre-show.
There we go.
Because I really enjoyed that one.
Hey, nice.
For me, Skinner Steen just blew me away, and then I really enjoyed the AJ Gargan match. I vibed with that match. It was brilliant. Great way to start the night. Getting to see this new side of Gargan, getting to see this new side of AJ, the character flip, which I was very worried about, but straight away, Gargan come out and just give off positive vibes. The way he come over to our section and interacted with us to show that he is coming in as a baby face. AJ, I will get you back for this, AJ. AJ flipping me off. AJ, I did not. AJ flipping somebody off in the big 26 is a big shock.
That's the official position of the podcast. We are anti-AJ. We're coming for him.
AJ.
I would like to distance myself from these comments. They are
no. This is the official position of the Bradders Grappers podcast.
The unofficial
Bradders Grappers podcast believes that AJ he's an horrible little lad, and we're going to get him.
As they say in America, I plead the fifth.
He's going to get some more hate on the next show.
Well, Myles, it's fine because it's not me and you who's podcasting this. So
yeah,
if anyone's going to get the abuse for this, it's going to be Bradders.
Oh wait, AJ might not be on the next show. It's hostile unless he puts some meat. Get bulking, AJ. Get bulking.
Anyway, my match of the night.
Yes, please.
My match of the night. I'd similarly agree. I'd say something honorable mention. I think overall to Ridgeway McCarthy for the Pure Rules, but I think my actual match of the night is Oberman Joshua because I gained a massive appreciation for big match Scott Oberman and how he approaches these things and the routine of giving him a genuine big star import to batter around or get battered by. It's just a great formula that I really enjoy and I really get invested in. So
I like the fact we're calling Joshua an import.
He is.
He's not.
For us, he is.
So anyone from outside of the Northwest is an import.
I would say if you are if you're in the higher tier of BritWres performers, you're like regulars in Rev Pro, regulars in Progress, coming to catch. That's an import. If it's going to cost a lot more money to get them in for one show, that's an import.
Just threaten them and say, "I'll buy you a ticket to United." Save money. Save money. Yeah, that's effectively the show.
That is the show. That's not effectively the show. That is the show.
That is the show.
That's a wrap.
To which, as far as I know, the next show I am at now is the big Future Shock 22nd anniversary on the 15th. So, I say dread. Is any of you two going?
Nope.
I might try and go. I'm very much not booking anything off specifically this month. In sort of building up of cash for work for going down to London at the end of the month. But if I end up free on the 15th, I might try and make it down because I like a big MMU show and the matches that have been booked are exciting in some form. So what's it? I think I've got 9 shows if you include double headers this month, and I have already attended one. Jeez, how do you have the time?
So I am going to die in London.
I was about to say you're pretty much doing the whole lot, aren't you?
Well, looking at so this is my calendar for August. If I can get the schedule up.
And you can expect podcast reviews of every single one of these shows.
Well, I might do a London weekend to cover everything.
I'll probably join you on that one.
Yes. We can do it Saturday.
Yay.
So Saturday the 15th, Future Shock, the 22nd anniversary show, double header. The following Friday, I am at Salford for the now sold out Reckoning show. 2 days later, Sunday the 23rd, I am at Stourbridge for their outdoor show, which hopefully is not raining and trains are actually working because
raining in August, never.
No.
Never happens.
No. And then the following week is the big London weekender where Friday night is Eve that I am attending.
I'll be there.
29th is Mystery.
I'll be there.
At the same venue as Eve, at the Big Penny Social.
Indeed.
I am unsure of my evening. I may be coming for food with, I think, you and Dean and Jake, possibly.
Indeed.
I do not know yet. If not, I might go Rev Pro. I have not decided.
I'm very much not doing Rev Pro. So.
Yeah, I was tempted because of the Young Guns match, but because that isn't happening.
Rest up, Ethan.
And then obviously, we did touch on this, but he has posted he's walking.
Yes,
and
he's started the rehab now.
Yes, and also he's started a little video series on YouTube to follow his recovery.
Everyone go watch that and go support the boy in his recovery.
Indeed, you do. Because having suffered that injury, it's the third time he's done it. So if you can send any encouragement, please do. And then obviously the 30th is All In.
Indeed.
We'll see if it's another sweltering one or if it pisses down.
We shall see.
So far, it has not rained during one of these weekends. So let's hope that continues.
Third time's a charm.
Anyway, plugs. Has anyone got anything to plug or would like to plug?
Nah. Don't go to the cinema. It's rubbish. Leave me alone. If you're in Bolton and near the Alma, come give me a shout. Buy me a pint. That's about it.
I'll say Grand Central because we were there and we recorded.
Yeah, shout out Grand Central. Good luck.
Grand Central. Go Grand Central. Them. Fantastic. Support your pubs.
Great pub.
Fantastic. Play good music. Do a cracking quiz.
Indeed.
And the DJ we had on Saturday played some bangers.
And he played Barracuda, so that tied into Catch Pro Wrestling. So
it did.
He didn't mean it.
No, they did. What can I say? There's obviously my socials, Brothers Grappers, but I'll put them descriptions down below. There is an interesting piece that someone has written on the character of Deb McCarthy. If you have not read it, I definitely suggest you give it a read. It is very entertaining and well worth your time. Obviously, go and support Cat Pro Wrestling, their socials.
Yes, absolutely.
Go follow all the wrestlers that we've talked about.
Yep. Not Deb McCarthy, because obviously he does not want our pity support. I think that's how. I think that's what you say, don't you? You say don't support him.
He doesn't want our pity praise.
Yes. Other than that, keep watching Catch Socials because I think they're going to make an announcement on an upcoming show, which we hope is going to be hostile. Fingers crossed. Other than that, that is all from me. That is all from John or Joe, whichever you want to call him, depending how many pints he's had.
I'll take Ivor.
You buy him.
I'll take Ivor.
And Myles. It's a goodbye from me. And it's a goodbye from them.
Goodbye.
And I will catch you on the next episode.